All right, so here we go, guys. My first MotoVlog. I gotta be honest, I got this motorcycle about a month and a half ago. It's a 1974 Honda XL250, and I have been reluctant to drive it too much because the turn signals don't work. The brake light and the running light are pretty suspect. It is what it is, but I have been not super keen on driving it just for the fact that I actually don't have my full motorcycle license endorsement. I only have a learner's permit, so I'm technically not supposed to be driving at night after dark. I think we're right now just on the cusp of whether or not it's night or quote-unquote dark. And so I have been really reluctant to actually drive it for fear of getting pulled over. I don't have insurance on the bike right now, so that's a thing as well. And so I've just, like I said, been reluctant to buy it because there's all these different issues that I could get ticketed for, and don't really want to get ticketed for. So I'll go ahead and run that stop sign, even though I'm worried about getting tickets. But yeah, so I decided I had some equipment that helped me do the MotoVlog, and I was just like, well, let me buy the rest, and we'll see how it goes, and see what we think here. I've had a blast on this motorcycle, guys. So, a little bit about me. 31 years old, Madison, Wisconsin. So I only have so much time during the year to ride before the snow hits. I drove a motorcycle for a long time, not a super long time, but in my early 20s, drove my dad's bike quite a bit, and never had my license, never had training. I came to my dad one day and just said, hey, I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. And he said, okay, go ahead, here are my keys. And I was like, what? And he goes, well, nobody taught me to ride a motorcycle, I just taught myself. So that is what I have done. Haven't had a class. I'm really interested in taking a class. It's just, they're so expensive, and it's tough. So yeah, so after about 2 years or so like I said, not actually a really long time that I was driving bikes, witnessed a good friend of mine get into a pretty bad wreck and just kind of stopped riding bikes, and it was like, all right, I don't really want to do this anymore. And back then, I wasn't wearing a helmet. I never wore a helmet. My dad was like, hey, nobody wears helmets. Why do you want to wear a helmet? And kind of picked up that bad habit from him. But then I got married and just never really thought about motorcycles. And then within the last 2 years, I was like, oh man, I just really miss being on two wheels. So I recently had somebody reach out and say, hey, we need a bartender at this event we're doing. We'll pay you $20 an hour, and you'll end up making around $800. And so I was like, yeah, I'll definitely do that, with the intention of saying, I'm gonna get a motorcycle with that money. I don't care if it's the worst motorcycle ever. I just want something that rides down the road. It's gonna start and run, and it'll carry me down the road. And listen, I'm 6'6". I weigh, where am I at? I'm about 270 right now. So you might think a 250 not big enough. I have fallen in love with this bike. Yeah, it's a little small, and I'd like to be able to get on the interstate at different times, but for the most part, I have been using this bike just for in-city driving, and I have had a blast. It's been so much fun. And so yeah, I just was like, hey, I'm having fun, and I've been driving around, and every time I get behind the bike, I am just talking to myself and just having a good time and hanging out. And I'm like, well, I might as well, even if it's just for me, might as well start a motovlog and buy some more equipment. I already had some stuff, but I got the GoPro, I got a lavalier mic, and wrapped it in some foam to be able to make sure the wind doesn't kill the audio. And so that's what I did. This is the first one. And you know what, guys? I'm just about home, so I don't want to let you know where I live. So love you. Come on and be friends with me, and we'll see you next time on the vlog.